Hello there. This is a live stream. Famous artist Sebastian Berto is my name. You are now perhaps sitting or reclining. I am crouching like a gargoyle. I'd like to welcome you all. They call this a, I don't know, live stream. This is an art deluge. And I'm going to be creating some visual art for you today. And it's going to be quite powerful. I'm going to be painting the live stream. And today, we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently. I was just playing music from a random playlist I found on Spotify last time, but what they do is they remove some of the sound from your broadcast if they notice that it's copyrighted sound. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to play my own music. I'm going to do it at an appropriate level. This is probably a good level. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Put that there. Welcome all. I, famous artist Sebastian, shall be continuing on my journey for art deluging. A massive wave of art is birthing from me. I am creating drawings of the live stream. I encourage all of you out there on the internet. On the internet. I encourage you, all of you out there on the internet, to draw me as I draw the live stream, because I'm going to be drawing the live stream today, as I've been doing every single time I do one of these live streams. I've now put the microphone in a better spot. It's just over here. Yeah, just over here, just right here. So you can hear me say all of the things that I'm saying in a better way than usual. Okay, you can see that I'm very, very focused right now. Yes, indeed. And I've sharpened my moustache, ready to make some incredible mouth movements. You'll all see me move my mouth and the rest of my body. It's going to be just so beautiful. Look. Does anybody want to see some art? Let's see if the internet would like me to reply to Facebook chats. That might be a nice thing to do. It might be a nice, enjoyable thing if I monitor Facebook as well as Twitch. Then you'll always be able to have a really nice time. Looks like I have a couple of viewers on Facebook, and it looks like I have 4 viewers on Twitch. So that's quite fun. Hello, everybody. My mother is here, Alison. Yes, she is here. And she has been drawing me over every single one of my Art Deluge streams. It's been very fun to see the likeness that she has put forth into the paper using a graphite pencil. And also Sharon, Tennille's mum, Ten Fingers' mum, has also been drawing me, and I've been putting them up on my stories, which is quite a fun thing. Now let's just find a chill realm to reside in. Yeah, it's an interesting place to go. Hello there. Hashtag moon. Hello, blue. Look. The colour blue is one of my favourite colours. Let me know what you think about the audio levels here. Yeah, Daniele! Buddy old pal. Haven't seen you in 1,000 years. The chat overlay is coming from... it comes from Restream. Restream is a cool service. It allows you to stream to multiple platforms at once. That's how I'm right now streaming to... I'm steering to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook at the same time, and I am yet to work out how to stream also to Instagram. I think I need to pay for something to be able to do that. Mic can be louder. Okay. I'm just wondering, doesn't seem like my microphone allows me to adjust the gain level. But you know what? I can always turn down my other music. Let me see. But if I rap, well indeed, there's a tiny salamander, it's quangratine, it's melflamgarino imgerin gloth blabberist griffil, mine scainskyle woggled quaff rimbratift, han squarely one trial squaffloat. So there you go. Yeah, I think it sort of requires us to turn up volume on our whatever device we're listening on quite a bit, which I don't know, it's not ideal. I don't know, that's when I was watching back some of my streams yesterday, I was like, oh, I've got to turn my phone volume up completely. Anyway, currently playing some beats from my micro sampler
which has lots of cool pads and effects and stuff and a little sequencer, and you can just record sounds into it and then play them back and pitch shift them and cut them up and reverse them and all of these different things, just like a tiny wafer thin thing. It's really fun. It's called a pocket operator, made by Teenage Engineering, which are a very fun Swedish audio design company. So anyway, I better get started with the drawing. I'm going to draw the live stream again today. I'm going to use this Kuretake brush pen again. It will change eventually. I'm not always going to be using that same utensil, but here I have the ink, which is, again, the Retro Parker Quink. Come now, focus. Yes. Oh, well. Yes. Incre Super Quink, otherwise known as Super Quink Ink. Super Quink Ink. Oh yeah, this is a vintage bottle of ink. You don't find these very often. New old stock. Got it for $3 at Renmark, South Australia, at a vintage shop. And it's one of those vintage shops where it sort of like is a sprawling metropolis of amazing vintage things. And I stayed with my friend Sarah Seahorse's father on a houseboat for a few days. But many days and weeks before this new lockdown began. Don't worry, I'm not some kind of wild, cheeky Crepastratine Volmangrest. Now, reading this small chat here that I can see going on. Yes. I can still be heard very good, very good. Period, bestie. Period, yes. Indeed. Likewise, bestie, my friend. Hashtag moon. A powerful, powerful friend for me. Bestie for me. And hashtag moon is currently doing an art jam. And I wish I could be there in person to join in the art jam. But it's okay. I can be there in this capacity. And next time I might be able to be there in a different capacity. Who knows? Who on the nose? Who on the nose? What's on the nose? Tell me. So I've just added some ink to the little ink cartridge that is meant to be disposable, but I've been filling it up using this little nozzle syringe that has this curved nozzle that makes it very easy to squirt ink back into a non-reusable, that I am making reusable ink cartridge for this pen that seems to generally work enough for doing one drawing at a time. And I'm going to begin. So, again, encouraging people to draw me as I draw this stream, this live stream. And also just going to get the perfect balance of camera to face. Excellent. Now, you might, as we know, is very confronting sometimes when we are in front of a blank page, a blank canvas. And so what I like to do to get my thinking out of the way of my doing and my just experiential movement in space is I like to just do a little bit of a dance and not look at what I'm actually doing. I'm no longer looking at my monitor either. I'm just looking at the ring light. Well, not directly, just below the ring light, and there underneath the ring light there is a ring light stand, and there is some sticky labels that I use to stick onto jars, and there is a light bulb that has no bulb in the light. It's blue. And I begin to just move my arm and just appreciate the tactile quality of the canvas and and the joy of the mediator in between my hand and the canvas, which is this fountain brush, I guess you would call it. I'm holding it really loosely. I'm just actually holding it like this. There's no precision here. It's actually this kind of hyper precision. There's no precision. It's just this kind of hyper precision. It's completely loose, so therefore completely precise. And what I'm doing is I'm not looking, and I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to feel. I'm feeling like my shoulder joint, like the muscles in there, are like beginning to be really activated, and they're feeling like a little bit of ache and pain, which is interesting. And just because I'm holding, moving my arm at such an angle. And there we go. I've put down something on the canvas. Daniele saying Twitch was designed for you. Yeah, I think it's a really great platform. I'm curious to see other artists, more artists that use it and do a bit of watching rather than just streaming on it so far, because I bet there's like a lot of friends that I could make through Twitch. Like, I just like the idea of also not just having friends in person, but also having internet friends. So you can see we've put down something, and #Moon has hit the nail on the head. Majestic. I would say, yes, I agree. This is a majestic moment for all of us. And so then if we start to still not like particularly clammed up. See, when you hold the pen like this, often this is how people start a drawing. And they're holding the pen like this. You have a lot of control, tactile, motor control here to draw something very, very fine, very, very small often. What it does is it doesn't free up the rest of your arm. And so I feel like this movement is if you're trying to draw something very small. So for example, on this little sheet of paper, that's when you might have this stance. And then this stance also is good if you're trying to draw something very particular, very controlled in a small area. But you can also see I'm moving my whole arm right now. So when you hold it like this, it kind of, there's less like, it's not as easy to draw like in that tiny small area in a very controlled way, but it definitely makes it easier to draw in a more controlled way in a slightly bigger area. And then when I was doing this, or things like this, that's just means that it's sort of, you're less clammed up with the mediator, and so it allows there to be a little bit more flow, because when you're moving across the canvas like this, you can then move back across it like that, whereas doing this, it's a bit more controlled. You can be a bit more wedgy, and then doing this is like, yeah, I'm doing small movements. I don't know if that was helpful, but just I like to describe the way that my physiology is interacting with the mediator and the medium, and I think that it's a helpful thing to show people just some basic things, basic ways into the creative process. I can also stop talking. So now I'm going to sit back. when I notice myself thinking too much, that's when I go, okay, I'm thinking too much, just put down a stroke. If I'm staring at the picture too much, at this point I'm trying to keep like a bit more of a loose fluidity to what I'm doing. Not thinking too much about the picture making process yet. I think I'm still wanting to just place down marks, but you can see I've gotten a little bit more specific. Okay. I'm still not like, I do actually have a game plan, which is I'm going to draw a figure, and it's kind of like advanced Mr. Squiggle. But I'm not trying to force anything to come through yet. I'm just laying down marks so that I have signposts and a perhaps a small universe of points and stars, constellations. Nitol says, never stop talking, Sebi. Okay. If I'm not going to stop talking, I'm going to have some of my chamomile tea. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to practice these different levels of concentration, these different levels of focus, and these different levels of the way that I think about picture making and the phenomenological experience of creating art. Phenomenological things that are just happening. Things that are happening. I'm noticing them. And in my personal process of making art, I'm experimenting with like different combinations of these intentional ways of partaking in that phenomenological, what I like intentionally do, and how I respond to the phenomenological experience of making art and moving in space. You can see that what this is it's just a record. It's like an artifact here of some movements that I made. And so when you're like, say if you're a dancer, and if you just do a dance in front of people, the only way that it's not sort of recorded in the same way as it is here, because this leaves a trail, and a dance doesn't leave a trail in the same way. A dance leaves a trail in people's memories, or it might be filmed, or you might cover your dancer in paint, but it's what this is here is kind of it's visual art. It's like picture making, but it's also a dance, and so basically all of the things that you learn in dance, all of the things that you learn in visual art, they're all important, and they all cross-reference each other. And so I like to sort of think that there's not really that much difference between any creative pursuit. What do people think so far? What do I think so far? I'm standing back now just for a brief moment of respite. The movement, it doesn't always have to be frenetic. But the thing is that when you're recording your movement in this way, and there's this cyclical, reciprocal kind of relationship to like the experience, whatever it is. When there is that, it doesn't, well, what it's doing is it is recording the moments that are more frenetic, and it's also recording the moments that are more calm. And so a picture where somebody has just looked at it and then added one mark every now and then will have a totally different feel to one where there's been a lot of just focus on the feeling and the movement. So I like to do a lot of focus on the feeling of the movement that's reasonably frenetic. I like to do some repetition and rhythm, but at the beginning I like to keep it really loose, and I think you can see the looseness in the finished pieces, and I'll show you some finished pieces in a moment. Yeah. But it's all recorded here. It's like this is just a record. It's an artifact. It's an archaeological dig. An archaeological dig. Also, I'm going to change the tune just a little bit, make it a little bit louder. Yeah. I'm going to write, and I'm going to choose no filter. All right. That's nice. And see, in this way also, my physiology is now also being influenced by the sound. And that's giving me more energy. Or not necessarily more, but a certain amount of energy, a different energy. I guess we can't really compare things too much. They're just all unique and need to be experienced on their own, but and also all together. So everything is a paradox, really. Yeah. And are we influencing you? Influencer. Yeah, exactly. So then the other thing is there's an input here, which is me being very... I'm looking at myself in 3 different screens. I've got my computer monitor up here, I've got my camera up there, and I've got my phone down there. And I've got different chats going on. I've got the Facebook chat, I've got the Twitch chat, so I'm checking those every now and then. So I'm aware, and that's influencing me. So that's why I'm saying I'm drawing the live stream, because all of these things come together to make a live stream. And so this is all reciprocal, this is all collaborative art that we're making. So we are making this. So I'm happy to depersonalize this as well as also take full credit for setting all of this up and doing the things I'm doing. Because I'm happy to serve, to be of service to the part of everybody that is me, that is a famous artist. You know what I'm saying? You know this. You all know this. Getting some social messages coming through. Okay, well, I'm getting some really cool messages from #Moon, and I'm going to show them to the stream because it's quite fun. It looks like because Hashtag Moon's also right now currently conducting an art jam, and I'm assuming because there's no people in these photos, I'm cool to share. This is currently how they are viewing me, which it looks like a very fun situation. I'm so glad to be there with you. Thanks for facilitating this for me, and I'm glad to be facilitating this for you. Also, here's another shot. There you go. That looks like a great way to view this. Hello, Michael Lombardi and Atlas Talisman. Well met, my friends. Welcome. This is my daily live stream where I'm drawing the live stream. I'm going to be doing this every day of lockdown in Melbourne. And Atlas says, collaboratorian Norienaloyon opio inuit exciting with Sebastian X. Yes, that's an extreme case of well-written descriptions of the transcendent nature of the phenomenological experience. And if I get any of these terms wrong, because they're just all psychological terms probably, I'm still right. And fully correct in my assumptions. And fully correct in all of my descriptions. Because I disavow the words, whatever that means. Let's look up disavow. I disavow words. Deny any responsibility or support for. Indeed, that was perfect. I disavow words. Unless I don't, and I just reserve the right. This is not a court case. Okay, so this is not an interrogation. Or is it? Are you interrogating? Anything anybody wants to know about art? Look, I've just begun to do some repetition of specific graphic elements here. Okay? This is one way that you can play drawing games, is you choose one graphic element and then you pass the paper in between two people and they have to draw essentially the same graphic element. For example, this graphic element, but they can squish it or move it around a little bit depending, make it bigger or smaller, make it squish it down, squish it out, but it essentially has to be that, and that's the code that you use to complete the drawing. And that, I think, can help to bring some people who may have less experience making drawings and maybe less experience making art, level the playing field, if you want to call it a playing field, but like level the barrier to entry, maybe, like in terms of self-esteem and in terms of possibility, and like not everybody like knows how to draw a face like I know how to draw a face, and sometimes people might think, oh, I can't draw a face that's in this certain way, so it means I'm not good at drawing, or but when you bring it into something that's actually quite simple like this, and then you're both just laying down, I think it makes it a bit more even, a bit more accessible. I like that. So you could try that in your time with other people. Now let's add a little bit of filters to this music. I think I like it going backwards. right? And hashtag Moon has said healing. Yes, healing. This is healing in so many different ways. For me, slowing down and just being and making art. And the space that's created. And when I say created, you could even say the space that's not necessarily held, but dropped. Just drop a bit of that space. It's dropped down, and now we can actually see it, because we don't want to hold it up here, we can't see it. Drop it down. Oh, now I can see what's going on. Oh, okay. Oh, what a relief. We've dropped space. And yeah, I will disembowel words and impale them, in fact. So you can see now I've moved the pen into my hand in this kind of more controlled sort of small areas way, and that's helping me keep a steady hand as I add these small pockets of dark ink onto the page. Now, at some point I'm wanting to start to resolve the figure aspect of this image, because I want it to be a figure. Let's try doing that now. I think what would be fun is to have another one of me who could be constantly controlling the tunes, the music. Okay. Paint, draw, evolve, adapt, repeat, cute. Yeah, nice. Can you play guitar and paint with your squiggle pen nose? I can indeed. I can indeed. Oh no, I got some ink on me. I bear the scars of ink on me for trying this, but Whoa! Almost. Look, that was a valiant attempt, but I feel like I don't want to get any more ink on my vintage sports windbreaker. How cool is it? Look at this. Oh yeah. Shall I show you the scars of the battle that I just fought? Somewhere else. Anyway, it'll come out. And do you know why? Because this is water-based ink. And one of the cool things about water-based ink is when you draw with water-based ink on paper, like this, well, you can actually wash it out with water. When I say wash it out, I mean like not completely get rid of it, but you can apply water to what's already here, and it will start to fade and blur the things, the lines and various elements that are there. So yeah, it's quite cool. That's what I like to do. Can you root-a-toot me dangly do? Yeah. Mum, I am totally mad. I agree with you. And to say that I am totally mad, I know is a great compliment. And I take it as a great compliment, and I know it's a great compliment. And I know that you love me. Atlas Talisman, an incredible question here. Can you please use the picture as a musical score and translate the lines into sounds? I can. Shall I use... Oh, I don't know. Shall I use as an instrument the glockenspiel that you gave me for my 30th birthday, I think it was, or maybe it was my 29th. Yeah. Thank you again, Atlas. This is my Saito and I love it very much. So we're going to be following the lines of the drawing and we're going to be translating them into sounds. Yeah, this is the line. The picture is my musical score and I'm translating the lines into sounds. Yeah, okay. All right. This is kind of like a... There was once somebody who smelted. They smelted a lot of iron ore. They smelted lots of people's chores. There was once a Prussian televangelist who stands tall. Oh, do not state its purpose. There was once a gland. Oh, don't tell me what it did. It was only an offhanded chance that I would find it. How about that, eh? How about that, eh? Eh? I improvised those lyrics. I didn't come up with those beforehand, by the way. Really liking this image. It's got multiple beautiful things going on. Okay, I'm getting a sense of what needs to be done now. Finally, after all of that. If you ever feel doubt, if you ever feel any doubt, you just need to trust in the process. Yeah, as my art mentor, Philip Doggett Williams, said, persistence triumphs over self-doubt, and it's just one of the best things to remember. One of the most incredible pieces of advice I've ever been given. You can shorten it just to persistence triumphs. And as with any advice, take it with a grain of salt and be smart about it. Don't just be like, that's it, that's all I need to know. But like, It's a really good one. Persistence triumphs over self-doubt. If you ever Oh, did people not realize I'm basically being a televangelist right now? My evangelical approach to caring about the incredible multifaceted experience that we're all having, and hopefully trying to offer my energy and skills and being to be of service, and hopefully be a healing presence or something like that. I don't know, or just like be a pal. I don't know, but it's not, when it's not me. So hopefully, like, I can continue to just keep learning to depersonalize the experience, because I think it's a better place to come from than being so egocentric. But the ego has lots to teach us. Blah 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 blah. It's good. Yes, something indeed. Now, we've got some low battery going on with the with this friend. That's okay. I do have other batteries for it. I might actually go get some more batteries for it, because I think it's been like really nice to have it on. It's just literally looping, and then I change the effects and composition every now and then a little bit, just to like keep it fresh. So I'm going to put you on. Maybe you want to continue looking at this screen. So talk amongst yourselves until I'm back. Back with a vengeance, or should I say a vengeful spirit. Nuan, Neuroblossom, welcome. Nuan is a very good friend of mine, an old friend of mine, and we are part of a dynamic modulation called frond. Is that a good way to describe it? A dynamic modulation called frond. I reckon it is. There we go. We're back. I like my art corner too. Alright, let's Nuan, frond is so valid. Yes. Frond is so valid. Alright. Oh my god, you gynecologists. Oh my god, you gays are. Frond is so valid. Now, Neuroblossom, Nuan,
I'm very excited to continue doing harmonic toning with you. And for all of those who are watching and interested, harmonic toning is a very interesting vocal experience, and I highly recommend you partake in the experience at least once with Nuan. Yeah, a very good facilitator. Now let's get rid of those. And let's change the sound. This is a sick bit. All right. Yes. All right, buddies. This is sounding sick. All right. I like this. All right. That's right, that's how it goes, my friends. The filter. Ooh, the filter. Yeah, pocket operator, so good. Number 33, which is the sampler one. I think it's the coolest one because it's sort of like, it gives you heaps of opportunity to just make sounds from anything in the environment, and then just, it's got all of those old basic kind of sampler things where it chops bits up and time shifts bits, and you can reverse, and you can do that thing, what's it called, beat repeat, whatever that thing is. I really like that. All right, back to the drawing. Yeah, the reason I'm using the pocket operator is because I checked out my last stream and some of it was some of the audio was removed because it was copyrighted, because it was just playing from a playlist on Spotify, and I just thought it was like a mix that wasn't really like, I don't know, that didn't matter for anyway. It's fine. Bit more water. Actually, bit more chamomile tea. And let's also let's change the pattern here. More chill. Back to the chill realm.
imagine a sick synthesizer that has like that kind of a little bit like a cat meow, but like it's really that kind of thing. Like if you produced that track properly, if you really put it into your digital audio workstation and you properly produced that track, it would be sick to have that kind of very fluid, synthetic, synthesized don't you reckon? And just FYI, for everybody watching on Facebook, the ideal place to watch this is on Twitch, because I can monitor the chat of Twitch a lot easier than I can Facebook. And yeah. And like you can subscribe and then you'll just get like, maybe I think you can get like notifications when I go live, so that it's not just you happen to like, I don't know, if you really like it, what I'm doing, then it could be cool to just like have the notification when I go live. So you'd be like, oh cool, Seb's live. Like, I'm going to specifically tune in now. I don't know. Seems like a good idea to me. But then again, it might seem like a good idea to anybody, like my dad. Or like my mother, Alison. Alison's here. Alison's tuned in to quite a few of my streams, and it's very fun. Reminds me of Björk, Venus as a boy. This does. The image that you see before you, does it remind you of Björk, Venus as a boy? Or does the sound that I'm making remind you of such things? I love Björk, but I just can't remember what that song is. Sound, yeah. Ooh. You can hear in this, we have my friend sipping some lemon water, and I found that, let me just see if I can find the sound. Oh no, hold on. Alright, I reckon this is ready for some water. I have this water pen. It has a piston inside it. Yeah, I love Danny Cisco. I am in touch with him. He has an incredible modular synthesizer drum machine experience, and he plays in the Steaming Jeans, of course, which with Minna White, who is an incredible keyboard synthesizer player. And I drew a picture of Danny Cisco for his birthday on some cardboard and gave it to him because Maddie Tucker was so kind and just organised some of his pals to do specific artworks for him while he was a little bit sick lately, and it was really nice. And I've been singing this song all throughout the last year or so, and it goes a little something like this. Danny Cisco, yeah, yeah, Cisco. Oh, yeah, yeah, Danny Cisco, yeah, yeah, Cisco. Yeah, Danny Cisco, yeah, yeah, Cisco. Oh, yeah, yeah, Danny Cisco, yeah, yeah, Cisco. Yeah. So, yeah. But he hasn't heard me sing that song up until recently when I performed doing backup dancing for the Burnt Sausages at Moomba, and that was the first time I sang it to him. But I sang it to him, and he kind of just didn't. It didn't seem like he was able to concentrate in the moment. He was sort of just like, oh yeah, cool.
But for me, it was like this thing that I'd been singing for a long time, and I thought it was so funny, like that he had quite a nonchalant response to something that I'd been saying so much, and like making this funny joke out of like with my friend Carly Fern, and we sing it together, and we just think that that's really funny that we like. It's almost like this weird thing where we're obsessing or worshipping Danny Cisco through singing this song about Danny Cisco, but he doesn't even know about it. And it's just really funny. But I think Danny Cisco's really, really awesome. And it'd be cool to hang out with him in future more, because I really dig his creativity. Do you hang out with Danny Cisco, Nuan? Also, I'd love to hang out with Maddie Tucker more. Maddie Tucker's so cool. I was so stoked to be asked to be a backup dancer for them. Minna White, so cool as well. And Minna White has a solo act, but I forget whether Minna White's act is called The Person or The Human. Let's check it out. Let me see. I don't know if I can find out that information on the internet, but The Person, yeah. Oh, nice. A maker project. What was the maker project? What's that? Okay. Shooka shook shack, shooka shooka shook shack. Brush your teeth like a train on the track. Shooka shook shack, shooka 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 shack. Brush your teeth like a train on the track. Yeah, you know, like that whole thing with how I make up songs and I try to bring random people's names into my songs that the people immediately around me don't expect to hear me say. And I just find it very funny to just bring up people out of context in moments. And so that's part of like that. The Danny Cisco song was just like, I'm just going to randomly bring up Danny Cisco in conversation. But I've done it to many other people. I've made up another song about another friend called Kerith, and Kerith has never heard this song. And I'm just fine with that. I just think it's funny. But I wonder, like, on some, like, transcendental, mystical level, like, what happens when you sing songs about people and they don't even know about it? Like, do they get extra life happiness points, or do they get a special prize, or do they, you know, power up? What happens? Laser etching. Some kind of engineering instrument for a project he was working on. Interesting. I went and saw a children's play that Danny Cisco made all of the props for recently. And they were like these amazing, a giant like clothes making things, like an iron and a clothespin and things like that. Also, how good is the Steaming Jeans latest album, Skifinity? Such
Such a good album. Just so captures that 1980s, 1970s, 1980s synthesizer, official like Olympics music vibe. It's just absolutely genius stuff. And like really powers me up to listen to it. Yeah, it might depend on the song. I usually sing like songs of like praise about people generally. Danny Cisco songs just like Danny Cisco, yeah Cisco. It's just chill. Alright, people, what are we thinking of the progress so far on this image? Has anybody out there made up songs about other people and those people have never actually heard the song? I think it's fun. I think it's fun to just have little moments also that you don't even show anybody. It's just for you in the moment. I think that's really fun. It's also interesting because I watched the Facebook feed and it's like live transcribing what I'm saying. Whoa, it's happening right now. Look at how wild this is. Isn't that interesting? Is that not interesting to you? And now it's starting to do that cool effect. The infinite loop of life. So I guess maybe Facebook can make some song lyrics out of the words I'm saying here. Maybe they own everything I've just said. I don't think they do, but they could say that they do, but that wouldn't actually mean that they do. I need some more ink in my pen. Oh yeah, let's see. All right. What does Facebook say to Scramfamlafloor? Scramfalamlafloor. Scramfamlafloor. Scramfamflamflower. Scramfamlaflafla. Hi, Michael Lombardi. Scramfamlafloor. 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 Balgwal Minstrel Vlamacritis Drynemone. Oh! It just translated it to beans. It just translated it to beans. It just said, I was like, tram scroll mouth fram scroll relegate scrap sclutron, and it just said beans. Scrolling gifts anyway, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I just said that whole crazy word and it just came out with beans. Well, I'm feeling full of beans. Maybe this is the way, #moon, that Facebook can be our fortune teller or our translator for particularly esoteric questions and subjects. What do you think? You could do purely algorithm-based, like, readings for people. You put it through Google Translate 15 times through every single language. No, so more than 15, obviously, but yeah, Facebook romancy, divination. Yeah, and then you put it through Google Translate every single language into every other single language. That's a huge amount of things, because you go like English to every single language, then every other single language to every other single language, and then the final result, what would it say, back into English. That would be so cool. But, you know, like, you could just play with a bunch of different parameters. Like, I'm going to translate it through, put this image of the translated words into Deep Dream, Google Deep Dream, to see if we can find a specific kind of image in that, and keep running it through the filter, and then it makes those psychedelic sort of animations. That would be interesting too, and then you have an image, and, well, look, there's lots of fun things we can do in this lifetime experience, including taking off our shoes. Ah, that's nice. Well, at this point, I'm almost done with this image, I'd say. I really like it. I really like this image. Thank you. Thank you very much, #moon. I appreciate that. A deep dream boat, perhaps? Time 5:30. Wow, I've really spent a lot of time on this one, but I've also been like doing lots of other fun things this time. I've been enjoying this live stream a lot. Thanks for all the suggestions. also to all of my subscribers, don't forget, we have a voice call coming in from Tennille Clerk. Hello there, Tennille Clerk. You're live and on speakerphone.
Am I?
Yeah, this is the image that I have for Tennille Clerk. I'm just showing that to the camera. Yep, it's you on your birthday. Anything you'd like to say to everybody out there?
Not really. I was just calling to see what you were doing, but I could have just logged online to see what you were doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to go for another half hour in my live stream.
Yeah.
Bringing me up to, like 6, around 6. Hashtag Moon says, hi Tinu.
Oh my god, hi, hashtag Moon.
Do you want to log
This
in?
is the meta friendships we have now.
Yeah. We hang out through our other friends' live streams to hang out with each other. I'm so into it.
I was going to ask, are you going to come to my house? Are you going to ride your bike over here?
Look,
Or is it too late? Is it a bridge too far?
I just think it would be really nice. I think I'm due to, like, move my body in that way.
You should, because when you get to the other end, there's a fire.
Oh, you've got a fire going?
Pardon?
You got a fire going at Jackson's place?
Yes, there's a fire. There's my dad, who's turning 70 tomorrow.
My God, that's cool. Yeah, I'd love to come over and celebrate.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your live stream.
But like,
Christopher's also here feeling anxious because he can hear your voice but doesn't understand where you are.
To all those who don't know, Christopher
Where's Sid?
is a small poodle that loves me.
He's so upset. He's looking out for you.
Aww, tiny baby, tiny baby.
All right. Goodbye, Sebastian and hashtag Moon and the World Wide Web.
Okay, good. Thanks for ringing.
All right.
I'll see you later, mate.
Oh, you're cutting out. Okay, bye.
Bye. Just checking just checking the Facebook comments. We have one that's coming from Tess. Tess. Good pal. Tess, good human, good pal. Tess asks, what are you listening to, Sebi? Well, I'm actually making this music live on my Pocket Operator. It is a small sampler and sequencer. You can see it's sequencing a number of samples. You can put 16 samples and record them into it through the microphone up here. It's a very thin piece of technology. It has a little stand so you can put it down on the table and play. It has these two little knobs here that you can change the parameters of your sound with. And yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I'm just like doing some live mixing of things. My ancestors are watching me right now. Yeah, not only watching me, but speaking through me. I'm witnessing myself. I'm witnessing my ancestors right now. I'm witnessing the apex of what they have become. The current incarnation of what my ancestors have become, which is a famous artist named Sebastian Berto. And of course you, Mira Melaleuca, #Moon, my ancestor. And of course everybody watching my ancestors, my guides, my blasphemous, transcendental, dorsal fin appreciators, my standardized, incongruous, mote dextrin, flinge asmuft, colbrin, eggstants, nita fadists, gloomst, eft, rowiles, natili, stant, feces, denice, olgolfs, metastrums, ovolstums, atistivicrimols, zetoil minkritos, vols, damperings, ginvect, halone, tobe, rope. I feel like this has now given me the strength to continue my drawing even though I haven't stopped drawing. Does anybody want me to go back into picture making description mode? What I'm doing is I'm now doing something I did yesterday that I often do, is I start to add some pattern into areas that I want to delineate as important or as separate to other areas because I think they just need a little bit more detail and finesse. And I also like that they break up the form, make it mildly more graphic, but also you can choose to follow the lines or cut through the lines, and that starts to play with people's sense of depth, which I find very fun. So we've already added a sense of depth through the background and foreground, this wash that I put over, and now I think parts that have moved forwards just need a little bit more finesse and depth to them, but in a different way to the kind of washed out sort of depth that the background has. I'm just making up all of this theory as I go, by the way, so do quote me on it, do quote me on it, do. Find that when I talk a lot, my voice gets a bit dry and hoarse. But yeah, Tess, this music is live, so I can change it to something else maybe. Oh yeah, up here. Bit more up here. Have I got any ink on here? Yeah, a little bit, but that's fine. For all of you who are wondering what's going on right now, I just ran out of battery on my camera and I'm going to replace it, as seems to happen at this point every stream. Let's see. Hi there, everybody. What do we think? What do you think of this, eh? Looking pretty sick, in my opinion. Pretty sick, in my opinion. I'm into it. Yet again. Yet again. Into it. Into my own artwork. I like it. What does it need? Does it need anything else? Just like... just a little bit of this. A little bit of this, just a little, just a little bit more of this. Alright, I'm going to call it there. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Alright, that's good. That's good. Anybody else have anything that they want to say? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to show you all pieces I did yesterday. Would you like to see the pieces I did yesterday? Another close-up? Certainly. Another... like full close-up, like real close, eh? So there's going to be this close-up here. Yeah, there's this close-up. Yeah. Then there's some other areas that I can just show you the like. See the bleed there? How it's bled. The ink is bled and it's creating this sort of semi-transparent white and rust and blue color. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. And so there's that. But also, I did a bunch more. Yesterday, this incredible one came out. Maybe I'll put this down because it's going to keep falling off. Also, this one. They're all going up on my Instagram, so make sure to check them out there because I've posted like really good close-ups and stuff of them all there. But I've made them black and white, so you don't actually get to see this color effect, which I think is really interesting. But I just like the black and whiting them because it just makes them a bit clearer to see, and it separates them from the concrete background that I took the shots on. Here's another. Yeah, this is the other one that you saw. Yeah. So there's a few, and yeah. But yeah, that's tonight. So maybe I'll hang around just for only a couple more minutes, and then I'll toddle off. Yeah, it makes them pop when you just do black and white. It's just like a black and white filter layer in Photoshop, basically. And I do just a levels adjustment because the camera, you know, doesn't always. I try to take them in the best lighting conditions possible, but I don't think I actually have access to the best lighting conditions possible. I take them in my backyard on some concrete. Yeah, very prolific right now. Anyone, look at how many I've done. This is a lot. This is a lot. How many have I done so far? I've done like 5 live streams, that's including this one, and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've done about 2 per live stream. That makes sense. Yeah. In one of them I did 3, and in most of the others I've just done 2, and then in one of them I only did 1. That's me. When it says restream, that's me. But look, here's me again. So I can choose what channel I post the comments to. If I wanted to post a YouTube comment, I can do that. When it says restream, that means it posts to all of my channels that I'm broadcasting to. But yeah, I'll try and at some point get it set up so that it's broadcasting to Instagram as well, because I think just like a lot of people just happen across the live stream, and I find it a little bit difficult to constantly be, you know, posting things like an image saying, oh, I'm going live at this time or whatever, because just not many people see it. I get like maybe 2 people interacting or seeing that. So I'm just gonna not worry about marketing and just do it around the same time every day.
Artist, hooray. artist, 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 artist,
Oh my god.
artist,
Hashtag moon. Some very, very interesting
Artist.
things you're posting, sending to me.
artist, artist, artist,
Oh my god.
artist,
Hashtag
Artist.
moon.
artist,
Do I have your permission to
Artist.
show this to everybody?
artist, 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 artist,
Alright, here we go, buddies.
artist,
But you better be ready for it
Artist.
because this is wild.
artist,
Hashtag moon
Artist.
painted me. Cute.
artist, artist,
Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's so juicy.
artist,
Love the shading. Oh, so nice.
artist,
Look, my hand just looks
Artist.
like a pen, and my other hand looks like a
Artist.
beautiful little rubber glove coming out of
Artist.
nowhere. And then there's this beautiful ring light
Artist.
down below. Cute.
Artist.
And look, I like how
Artist.
the background of the paint cloth
Artist.
also looks painted when you view it like this.
artist,
Here's another angle.
artist,
Oh, this is deeply,
Artist.
deeply rewarding and gratifying,
artist,
and I feel so honored.
artist,
Oh my gosh.
artist,
I love also I just love the
Artist.
like the
Artist.
expression, the eyes,
artist,
like really gentle eyes. Like,
Artist.
you know, when you go to a photo shoot, I'm not sure if you've ever done this, but
artist,
like when you're posing and then they're like, okay, close your
Artist.
eyes and then open.
artist,
You open and then they take the shot, and it's when your eyes are
Artist.
still just like relaxed eyes. They're not
Artist.
eyes that have been focusing, and it looks like I have those
Artist.
relaxed eyes. So I'm very happy about that.
artist,
And also the
Artist.
little, noticing the little love heart
Artist. artist,
like symbol in
Artist.
the comment section. So cute,
Artist.
like a love heart with either a paintbrush on it or a
artist,
little like pin in it.
artist,
Ho
artist,
ho 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 ho. Yes, getting to the textural elements, and you can see the parts where the canvas is coming
Artist.
through in the eyes, and actually is sort of quite a similar
Artist.
tone to like how the light is on my
Artist.
eyes here.
artist,
Love the shading on the hat too.
artist,
Deeply honoured.
artist,
Thank you, Mardis. Boop.
artist,
Mardis. Boop.
artist, 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 artist,
No, I've been encouraging everybody to answer Nuan's Neuroblossoms question here. I've been encouraging everybody to draw me as I draw the live stream, and my mother and Tennille's mother have drawn many images of me, and you can find, I'm posting all of these images that people do of me on my stories on Facebook and Instagram, but I can just show you a couple now, may as well.
Artist,
Mardis boop,
artist,
Mardis boop,
artist,
Mardis boop,
artist,
Mardis boop,
artist,
Mortis boop.
Mortis.
Mortis boop.
Mortis.
My mum did this one of me. So good.
Mortis.
Yeah, Sharon did a really cool one of me too.
Mortis.
I'll show you that.
Mortis. Mortis. Mortis.
I showed Sharon the ones that you did of me, Mum. But here's another one my mum did of me.
Mortis.
She was complaining that I had my head turned away
Mortis.
from the camera most of the time. But I think that's cool because that's me. And it doesn't have to be a head-on shot.
Mortis.
And Sharon did this awesome one. It's a little bit pixelated, but you can see it. It really captures my likeness very well. Hold on, there we go.
Mortis.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Mortis.
So,
Mortis.
I mean, I'd love to
Mortis.
see more. And hashtag Moon, I'd love permission to be able to post those images on my stories as well and praise you.
Mortis.
Mortis boop.
Mortis.
Yeah, beret. I was wearing a beret the other day. I've Hold on. Now, I'm gonna just chill this music out a little bit. Okay, chill the music out just a little bit. Strictly Ballroom. No, I haven't, and I really want to. But you know what I have seen is Shall We Dance? And Shall We Dance is a Japanese indie film, and it is about a working dad of a family in Japan who loses his job, or he quits his job and just does ballroom dancing. And it's so cute. And you should watch it. And then there was a terrible Hollywood American version made of it that was nothing like that one. It had completely none of the charm that the Japanese version had. But Strictly Ballroom, I would like to see that, and I plan to. Now, just checking some socials. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's 6:01 p.m. Yeah, should I watch it with you, Nuan? That Japanese movie? I don't know. I've just downloaded a whole bunch of cool, like really weird indie Japanese films. Yeah, and inspired by seeing Funky Forest, the first Impact. Or was it the second Impact? Anyway, Funky Forest. If anybody wants to see an excellent chef's kiss of a film from Japan that is super weird, Funky Forest, ooh yeah, it's so good. What a cool name as well, Funky Forest, yes. Yeah, kind of thing we would watch together indeed. Alright, well, I think I am done here, my friends. So I will say to all of you, thank you deeply and desperately for joining me here in the live stream. Thanks for letting me draw you. Guitar brother. Yeah, that's and guitar brother. And yeah. Thanks Mum. Thanks Nuwan. Thanks hashtag Moon. Thanks to Michael Lombardi. Thanks to Tess. Thanks to Atlas Talisman. Thanks to all of the others who I've forgotten about. And I love you all. And I will see you all